Salam, coach. How do you stay motivated and disciplined? Every few months, I have lapse in discipline and fall into an old habit. That's from Amjal Khan. Guys, no matter what, I never break my routine. Let's say I'm injured. I can't train today. I'm still going to go to the gym. Why? I can't break my routine. Guys, become a creature of habit. I watched George St. Pierre for so many years. The guy's such a creature of habit. It's insane. He doesn't want any bad habits. Oh, what about we make this exception? Okay, one time, but we're not doing it twice. Okay, fine, champ. One time. Okay, we'll have it. But he's not going to let it become a habit. He lives his life by habits. Even when he eats in a place, like he'll eat that place all the time. Why? Because he knows the owners now. They're not gonna ask for pictures the 8th time. It's not gonna turn into like a photo shoot. He doesn't have to break that place in. You know, he's already been there. But also, he's gonna eat these nutrients, and like he's such a creature of habit. It's insane. He has a routine. When he wakes up in the morning, you know what he's doing. Afternoon, you know what he's doing. Late night, like he has a routine. And John Denhart is identical. Successful people, they're not necessarily always the smartest. They're not necessarily always the most creative, even though these individuals I'm talking about are incredibly smart and creative. But they see that this habit will lead me there. That's where I want to go. And that's it, man. They're not breaking that habit for anything. So like me, I want to be, listen, my goal is to be the greatest martial arts trainer in history ever. That's what I want to be. I want to know more about martial arts than anybody on the face of the earth. I know that to do that, I have to get in the gym every day. I have to watch fights. I have to analyze fights. I have to break things down. I have to think about fighting all the time. That's what I do. Do I ever break my habits? No. When I have to travel, I'm watching fights. I download things that I need to watch and study, and I'm on it all the time. Will I break that habit? No. If I have to go to the gym, it's time to go to the gym. Oh, but I can't. Let's say I have staff. Doesn't matter. I go and I sit and I watch practice. Why? I'm not breaking that habit, and I'm going to get something out of just watching practice. The most serious athletes, the most serious individuals, that's how they become successful. They never take their eye off the goal. Imagine you had that. Think about it. I don't care what your goal is. Maybe you don't want to be a jiu-jitsu black belt. Whatever it is you want to do. Ask yourself, what did I do today? Is that conducive to my goal? If the answer is no, how dare you even think you're gonna achieve that goal? How dare you even think it? I mean, if let's say you want to be a doctor, did you wake up in the morning and crack the books? On your way to school, were you listening to like a lecture on biology? Like, are you living the life of somebody who's going to become a master of medicine? If your answer is no, forget medicine. Give up. Like, you got to live the life, guys. You got to live the life for whatever you want to be. Whatever you want to be, you got to live the life. You want to be a real estate broker? Well, you better read books on selling. You better be in the business. Did you wake up in the morning, check all the listings? Do you know what everybody's selling, at what price? Like, do you know everything about the industry? I don't know much about real estate, but I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to be in real estate, I would know everything. My whole day would be built around real estate. I'm just trying to diversify the objectives here because we're always talking about martial arts. Guys, it could be anything. Ask yourself, what does my routine look like? If it doesn't look like the guy I want to be, if the guy I want to be is a doctor, the best doctor, let's say I want to be the best doctor ever. Am I living the life of a guy who wants to be the best doctor ever? If the answer is no, how dare you? How dare you live this way? Or how dare you dream this dream? If you're going to dare the dream, you better dare to live the way that achieves that dream. What's the point of having the dream? It's just torture. It's just torture. You're torturing yourself. Either give up the dream or give up the lifestyle you're living and live the lifestyle that brings you to that dream. How dare you have a dream and not the lifestyle? How dare you? How dare you? What torture? Why would a human being do this to himself? Why? I'd rather tell myself, I don't want to be a doctor. You know what I want to do? I want to be a guy who sits on the couch and watches TV. You know, one day, I can't remember one time I didn't go to practice. I can't remember why. One time, like, guys, I'm not saying I never miss a practice. It's just rare. And I was sitting on the couch with my wife and we're watching TV and I was like, what? Is this what people do? And she's like, yeah, they just relax and they watch TV. Like, I don't like to watch TV. Like, I like to watch TV on the weekend when I spend time with my wife. Okay, we'll watch a show, relax. I'll give the MMA a break. I'm spending time with the wife here. Like I always say, it's cheaper to keep her. You don't want to get divorced and lose half your income or whatnot. And I say that jokingly, of course. You know, I have a social life. I have a family life. I make time for the family. Okay, I'm going to put pause on the whole career thing. I'm going to spend time with the family. But now this is happening during my scheduled training time. And it was like, I can't remember why. Why on earth would I miss practice? I don't know. It must have been a crazy reason. It must have been the craziest reason. I couldn't go for some reason. I know what it was. I had flown in like at 4 p.m. Practice is at 6 p.m. So by the time I got home, it was already practice that started. Like, and I was jet lagged, and I was not making it the practice. So I was sitting at home watching TV with her, and I'm like trying to picture my life, coming home 9 to 5, sitting on the couch watching TV with my wife every day. I gotta tell you, man, it was pretty hard to imagine. Like, I really can't think of myself like that. Because don't get me wrong, I love spending time with my wife, but how much TV can I watch? How much sitting around can I do before I go mad? I like my routine. I like training, the excitement. We have a fight, we have competition. Like, this is a lot of adventure in your life. You know, there's a lot of adventure there. And I think a lot of people should. I think a lot of people love it. I mean, like, not necessarily MMA, but sports. And obviously, a lot of people love it. So obviously, everybody loves sports, but I think there's also a lot of people who don't know they would love it, is what I'm trying to say. They don't know because they're sitting on the couch chilling, watching TV, and they think that's what it's about. But they don't have enough adventure in their life. You know, one psychologist said it best. And I'm going to end on this. Okay, so no more super chats, please. He said, look, life is like a river. This is a really good book. I'm trying to remember the name of the book now. It's a psychology book. He said, look, life is like a river. Okay. He goes, and a river has two shores. It has a shore on the right side. It has a shore on the left side of the river. One side of the shore is your stability in your life. You have a job. You have a wife. You have kids. You're responsible. You have a business. You have employees. You are an employee. You got responsibilities. And then on the other side is chaos or adventure. You know, you might go away for the weekend. You might do an amateur kickboxing fight. You might play, I don't know, a soccer league. That's your adventure. Now, he says the river in between is mixing the two shores. You're getting a mix of the two. He goes, with his clients, he tries to introduce more adventure. And some people, he tries to introduce more stability. And he says, the first thing I do when they come into my office, I analyze immediately whether they have too much stability or too much adventure. Some people, they don't have a wife or kids. They're out and about living in a different city. Then they change and they get in a romance here. They break up. They have a kid here. They're divorced. They're living in this place now. They were working over here and now they're gone. Their whole life is chaos/adventure. That's an extreme example. Okay. He's doing kickboxing for 6 months. He has his first fight right away. Like, not even 6 months, it's 3 months, and he's fighting. And then, okay, now he wants to be a rock climber. And then he's always constantly changing the channel on his life. He's always he's never consistent. He's never being responsible. He's never building anything. He's just dabbling in everything else. And it's just, his life is chaos. One day he wakes up, I'm going to be a lawyer. And the next day he gives up and now I'm going to be, I don't know, an electrician. And then tomorrow, no, I'm going to be this and that. I know people like this. I have actually somebody quite close to me who was exactly like this. I just described them to a T. Always chaos, always adventure. Now, the psychologist was saying an individual like that, I give him tools to develop habits of stability. Because this doctor what he was trying to say is, I don't want you to be too stable. I don't want you to be too chaotic. I want you to find the right mix. The river is going to mix in the two sides slowly over time. And he says, look, some people are so rigid. The opposite. They eat X amount of calories. I'll tell you something. GSP is super rigid with his routine. It's insane. But he has a lot of adventure in his life. He competes. So he has a beautiful mix of the two. Okay, I'll tell you something. I admire George for his discipline. The way he has a ritual. Every day he goes through his rituals. It's insane. And I find that I learned so much about success from just copying that one thing. Develop a routine, stick to it. In the long run, you're going to get to your goal. So anyways, If you're too stable, you need some adventure. You work 9 to 5, you come home, you have dinner, you sit on the couch, you watch TV. He says you're going to become depressed. If your life is too stable and there's no chaos/adventure, he also thinks you're going to be depressed. I had a flash about the name of the book. It escapes me. Damn it. Very famous professor wrote this book. Very famous professor. Right now his name escapes me. I haven't read it in years. I will try to look it up and hopefully next podcast I will have the name for you guys.